Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Tarps Off. I'm going to do a review for the March 19th NHL games. So we're going to start off with the Kings and the Blackhawks. This one was kind of lopsided. In the first period, Alex Laferriere scores from Blake Lizotte and Pierre-Luc Dubois at 12:03 of the first. Nick Foligno at 14:27 would score from Kurashev and Jones on the power play. Second period, Gavrikov would score for the Kings at 9:32 the second from Anze Kopitar and Adrian Kempe. Kopitar would score one of his own at 11:52 of the second from Kempe. Kopitar would score his second in the game at 19:08 from Kempe and Fiala on the power play. Third period at 5:47, Philip Danault scores from Trevor Moore and Kevin Fiala. Korchinski would score for the Blackhawks at 14:16 of the third from Kurashev and Bedard. And then Trevor Lewis would score at 17:10 from PLD and Gavrikov. The Kings take it 6-2 in that one. Minnesota and Anaheim. So in the first period, there's no scoring. Second period, Ryan Hartman opens up the scoring 35 seconds in from Marcus Foligno and Matt Boldy. John Miller would extend it to 2 at 1:56 from Goudreau and Kustadinov. Hopefully that's right. I don't know. At 11:50, Kaprizov scores from Hartman and Boldy on the power play. And then in the third period at 13:03, Lucchini scores from Adam Beckman. And we'll leave it at that. Minnesota takes it 4-0 in that game. Montreal and Edmonton. In the first period, Connor McDavid scores from Matthias Ekholm at 9:20. Second period, Henrique scores from Ekholm and Bouchard at 14:55. Third period, Suzuki puts the Habs within one, 32 seconds in from Slavkovsky and Savard. Caden Gooley would score at 4:43 to tie it up from Jake Evans and Jordan Harris. And then overtime, Draisaitl scores 3:18 from McDavid and Nurse on the power play. The Oilers take it 3-2 in that one. Alright, San Jose and Nashville. This one was a lot of goals. First period at 11:18, Roman Josi scores from Ryan McDonough and Philip Forsberg. Granlund would tie it up at 17:18 from Clem Costin and Mario Ferraro. Second period, Ferraro would score one of his own at 5:46 from Bordelot and Bailey. From that point, it was all Nashville. Jason Zucker scores at 9:37 from Sissons and McDonough. McCarron would score from Sherwood and Josi at 5:26. 17:50, Evangelista from Josi and Forsberg. Third period, 10:35, McCarron from Sherwood. At 14:13 of the third, Jankowski from Barrie and Beauvillier, former Canuck. At 14:43, Forsberg from Nyquist and McDonough. And then Tommy Novak from Sherwood and Jankowski at 16:16. So 8-2 the final for Nashville. They take that one. Alright, Colorado and St. Louis, one of my Habs away jersey here. The first period, we got Mikko Rantanen scoring at 6:36 from McKinnon and Makar. Walker would score at 8:48 from Pernovich and Falk. Second period, Toropchenko would score at 4:44 from Walker and Falk. Middlestat would score with his new team at 6:41 from Gerard and Drouin. Braden Shen would score at 8:43 from Jake Neighbours. Rantanen with his second at 18:46, the second from Nichushkin and Drouin on the power play. And then he would complete the hat trick, I think. Yeah, complete the hat trick at 4:15 of the third from Nichushkin. So Colorado takes it 4-3 in regulation. Hurricanes and Islanders. In the first period, Seth Jarvis scores from Brady Shea and Jake Gensel at 12:48. Jarvis would score at 14:53 from Gensel and Slavin. Danchus would then score at 19:58 of the first from Kuznetsov and Shea on the power play. Second period, there's no scoring. Third period at 4:30, Paul Mary scores from Brock Nelson and Bo Horvat, former Canuck. And then Gensel would score 16:22 from Aho into the empty net. Canes take it 4-1. Alright, Philadelphia and Toronto. You always love seeing Toronto lose. if you're a Canucks fan. First period, 19 seconds in, Owen Tippett scores from Cam York and Morgan Frost. Second period, at 56 seconds in, Sanheim scores from Gunnar Hathaway. Morgan Frost would then score in the second at 16:26 from Ronnie Attard. Okay. Third period, at 1:11, Nylander scores from Matthews and Tavares on the power play. 10:16, Bertuzzi scores from Riley and Tavares. And then Scott Laughton would score 13 minutes from Owen Tippett. Tavares would put one in at 17:50 from Bertuzzi and Matthews. That wouldn't be enough. They lose 4-3. Flyers take that one. Alright, Columbus and Detroit. The first period, Werenski scores for the Jackets at 5:56 unassisted. Texier would pot one at 13:43 from Werenski and Severson. Second period, at 2:57, Lucas Raymond would score from Robbie Fabry and Patrick Kane on the power play. Moritz Seider would score 4:23 the second from Sherratt and Rasmussen. Third period, Marchenko scores from Werenski and Goudreau on the power play at 4:26. Raymond would tie it up in 19:47 from Patrick Kane and Shane Gostisbehere. And then Kane would put one in 48 seconds into overtime from DeBrincat and Seider. Detroit takes that one 4-3 in overtime. Alright, the Jets and the Rangers. The first period, there's no scoring. Second period, Mark Scheifele scores from Alex Alafalo and Nate Schmidt, former Canuck, at 4:04 the second. Wenberg would put one in at 9:30 from Lafreniere and Roslovic on the power play. Connor would score from Sean Monahan and Tyler Toffoli, former Canuck, on the power play at 12:18 the second. Scheifele would score again for the Jets at 17:55 unassisted. Third period, at 18:06, Lafreniere scores from Adam Fox and Vincent Trocheck. And then at 19:51, Scheifele completes the hat trick from Morrissey and Monahan into the empty net. Jets take it 4-2. Alright, Senators and Bruins. So in the first period, David Pastrnak scores at 8:27 from Grzelcyk and Zacha. Pastrnak would score again unassisted, 11:23 the first. Second period, Pinto puts one in at 13:08 from Giroux and Shabbat on the power play. Brazeau would put one in for the Bruins at 18:51 from Shattenkirk and Geeky on the power play. Tkachuk would score at 19:56 the second from Chychrun and Batherson to put the Senators within one. That would be it though. At third period of 4:43, Pastrnak scores from Shattenkirk and Heinen. Boqvist would score from Beecher and Shattenkirk at 5:08. And then at 18:06, Brazeau would score from Dabrowski and Geeky on the power play. The Bruins take it 6-2 over the Sens. Alright, Devils and Pens. So in the first period, Dawson Mercer scores from Thomas Nosek and Andre Palat at 5:35. Second period, Pettersson ties it up from Bunting and Raquel at 7:16. Timo Meier would score for the Devils at 14:20 from Luke Hughes and Jesper Batt on the power play. Alex Holtz would score at 18:58 from Jack Hughes and Luke Hughes. Dawson Mercer would score at 19:14 from Thomas Nosek and Andre Palat. Meyer would score one more at 16:53 from Brad and Hughes on the Jack Hughes on the power play. And then Brian Russ would score from Crosby at 17:15. The Devils take it 5-2 over the Pens. Alright, Lightning and Golden Knights. In the first period, Jonathan Marchessault scores from Theodore and Eichel at 1:14. Cirelli would tie it up from Hagel short-handed at 7 minutes. Then Duclair would score from Kucherov at 10:37 the first. Second period, Brett Howden would score from Keegan Colasar at 16:52. Third period at 4:52, Braden Point would score from Kucherov and Stamkos on the power play. Ben Hutton, former Canuck, he would score from Colasar at 8:16. At 12:14, Braden Point would score from Kucherov and Radish, and then Kucherov would score from Chernak and Stamkos into the empty net at 18:51. Lightning take it 5-3 over the Knights. And then my favorite game of the day, the first period between Vancouver and Buffalo, Battle of the 1970 expansion. First period at 4:06, Connor Garland scores from Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson. Second period, Pettersson puts one in the power play from JT Miller and Quinn Hughes at 13:48. Third period at 9:23, Rasmus Dahlin scores from Owen Power and Alex Tuck. 82:09, Patterson would score the winner from JT Miller into the empty net. And then Dahlin would score one more time from Thompson and Tuck at 19:38. The Canucks take it 3-2 and regain second place overall in the NHL. I believe they're 3 back of Boston, but whatever. Canucks continue to hold first in the Pacific and first in the West. So, I'm happy. Anyways, that's it for me today. So hit like if you liked it, subscribe if you really liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.